Fueled by Deathcast.
When this episode comes out, you guys are going to be talking about a brand new record with another special guest. Can we talk about that?
We can. We had an experience on a label recently where we decided that because of that experience, we want to start kind of putting out our own music and taking control of how we do things. And right at the end of 2017, actually the day after a sold-out New Year's show, for personal reasons, the drummer who we've been playing with for 6 years left the band. So we were kind of stuck in the scenario of like, what do we do? Do we quit? Do we
try out new drummers?
Yeah. That process is just a nightmare.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you have access to probably the best rock and roll drummer alive right now.
Alive.
I mean, I think you could go off into different subgenres of drummers that are amazing, but we have access to one of the best musical minds in Jean-Paul Gaster. And as a drummer, he's probably our favorite drummer.
Yeah.
Maybe ever.
Mm-hmm.
So we said, hey, man, do you want to make a record with us? We have some songs we've been working on, and we think they're pretty cool. And we knew if we asked, he'd probably say yes. So he did.
So rad.
But he's very busy, so we were taking a chance. You know, those guys, they were basically in the middle of setting up their record cycle.
Right.
And he's been in the studio with us and helped us do pre-production on tons of stuff. The second we got in and played the first song with him, we were like, all right, it's done. I mean, this is it.
Wow.
And it took about 5 weeks, and we put the record together. It's 10 songs, and it's hands down the best thing we've come up with as far as what how the songs are, what they sound like, the presentation, and the drumming is I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, it's like having all of our favorite drummers kind of in one package.
Oh my gosh.
And it's wild, yeah.
Jean-Paul, for anybody who out there who's watching and listening to this who has not checked out Clutch, I mean, you try to find some live videos where you can see him drum because it is incredible and the amount of stuff that he can do. And I wanted to ask you, with this new record, you came to him with songs that you guys had. Playing those songs with someone of the caliber of Jean-Paul, did it change the record?
Yeah, in a sense that I don't know. It's really tough because Chris, who plays keys, and Hank, they've played a lot with JP on other projects. So in a sense, they're really world class too. As far as like keyboards go, I don't really know a lot of guys that are in rock bands that can come close to what Chris is doing. In my opinion. And Hank is the same way. He's jammed with JP for years and years and years. So more than it elevated it elevated it naturally because it felt so normal.
Right.
It just worked.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So I think when we went to he pushes us to think about things in a very rhythmic way, which for us was a cool. He's a musician before he's a drummer in a sense.
Yeah,
so to have his brain, we've always worked with him in that aspect, and then to have him behind the kit, it was I feel so cliche to say like magical, but it really felt, you could feel the energy in the room when we were doing it, and we were like, we knew immediately when we did something that kind of sucked. We were like, if we don't have that feeling, then that's not right. And then when we did have it, it just worked.